Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. And welcome to another live stream. And I hope you guys are enjoying the second day into the new year. Y'all making it do what it do. I appreciate you all for tuning in to another live stream. For those of you that are here, welcome. And for anyone that's new, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. My returning viewers, y'all already know. Y'all already know. Hope you all have hit that like button. Hope you all are in for another interesting discussion because we make all our discussions very interesting. Very interesting. Good, bad, right, or wrong. That's what we do. That's what we do. Happy New Year, everybody. Y'all saw that thumbnail. Y'all saw the title. Y'all grab your seats. Get comfortable. We're going to let this room fill up a little bit. We ain't being loud about nothing tonight. We ain't being reckless. We ain't being emotional. Tonight we're going to be intentional. We know that Theresa is all in the chats. I'm curious to know what's her trigger. What's making her visit all these chats the way she's visiting them? Why is she here? Is it just to be a distraction? Or is it something that's being said that's ruffling her feathers? In the meantime, I'm going to allow you all. In the meantime, I'm going to allow you all a minute to get comfortable and get up in here. And we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it. We will definitely talk about it because I want to understand why is Goat King in and out of these chats. Give us a moment. We'll be right back. Grab your drinks. Grab your snacks. Go take a pee if you must. And let's get ready to have this conversation.
Welcome to MOCA, no love bills. Hit that like button, you might break the scale. If you can't join the membership, still ride for free. 99, yeah, we lit in here. Comments popping, energy rocking, we all shine. We here to stay. We here to stay. Turn it up, we in the south with style and grace. MOCA got 'em talking, can't nobody take a place. Nah, from the bayou to the block, we drop truth, not tea. You ain't gotta pay the vibe, hit that like for free. Every panel on fire, every topic gon' trend. If you ain't a member yet, you still a friend, amen. Got love for the real, was no time for the mess. We keep it authentic, that's no labels at its best. Welcome to MOCA, no love bills. Where the truth ring loud like church bells. Like, comment, subscribe, free 99 if you ride. We don't fake the vibe, we gon' live, we outside. Welcome to MOCA, no love bills. Where the truth ring loud like church bells. Like, comment, subscribe, free 99 if you ride. We don't fake the vibe, we gon' live, we outside. It's MOCA and the crew, we the talk of the streets. Bring the real back to YouTube, no scripts, no beats. We laugh, we drag, we educate too. All the bells in the chat know how we do. So tap in, lean back, sip your drink real slow. Let the haters keep watching, we steal the show. From MOCA to NOLA, we hold it down steady. Platinum plus approved, that girl stay ready. Welcome to MOCA, na bells. Welcome to MOCA, na bells. Welcome to MOCA, no love bells. Where the truth ring loud like church bells. Like, comment, subscribe, free 99 if you ride. We don't fake the vibe, we go live, we outside. Welcome to MOCA, no love bells. Where the truth ring loud like church bells. pure, real talk. She ain't following a trend, she lead her own walk. No cameras, my mic check with no lights on blast. But every episode hit like first class. We ain't gossiping, we testifying, keep it bold. Every story got a lesson that need to be told. So hit that bell, join the ride in style. Welcome to MOCA, stick around for a while. Welcome to MOCA, know all the bells. Where the bells ring, truth in the chat stay lit. Like, comment, subscribe, don't quit. If you can't join the membership, free not be nice. Still with it. Still with it. We outside. We outside.
All right, we back, and yes, we are definitely outside. We outside, baby, we outside. Welcome, guys, welcome, and happy New Year's to each and every one of you that just entered the chat. For those of you that are new here, hello to you all that's in the skybox, those in the clouds, in the bushes. Hello to you as well. And welcome back to MOCA Unfiltered, where here we don't jump to conclusions, but we do pay attention. We do pay attention to patterns. If you're new here, I'm MOCA. And on this channel, we talk about behavior. We talk about timing. We talk about things that just don't sit right, don't look right, don't smell right, and don't feel right. Tonight is one of those nights where we have these conversations. Before we get any further, let me be very clear. This live stream tonight is commentary and opinion-based. My opinions, your opinion. And it's based on publicly observable behaviors and what we all see and have experienced in public chats. We're discussing patterns, timing, and online behavior. Go King, your behaviors, baby. They're up for discussion. Have y'all ever noticed that people only start watching the room when something touches a nerve? Have y'all ever noticed that? It ain't no rumor. We're not talking about allegations. I ain't putting nobody on trial. But tonight I'm going to talk about Goat King and that behavior. That behavior is telling stories that her words never will. Those of you that are just entering the chat, welcome, 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 and happy Friday, my loves. Happy Friday. I've been doing this long enough to know the difference between coincidences and consistency. I've been doing this long enough to know the difference between somebody that's just passing through and somebody that's just showing up when certain conversations start getting a little too close to home. Believe me, Goat King ain't the only one. And that one there is going to have her own live stream a little later. Just shows up when certain conversation is discussed. Nobody monitors spaces that don't matter to them. Nobody jumps into conversations that don't concern them. And nobody repeatedly shows up where they feel completely unbothered. Goat King has been doing that a lot. Bucket has been doing that a lot. We're going to pay attention. And the attention they want always has a reason. So tonight, I'm going to ask you all one simple question. I'm going to ask you all one simple question in here tonight. What is the trigger, y'all? What's the trigger? If you notice the timing on both them wenches, you notice the timing. Throw some eyes in the chat and say, Mocha, I see it. I see it on both instances. Mocha, I see it. I see it. I see you all up in this chat. I see you all up in this chat. For those of you that are just entering the chat, happy Friday, happy New Year. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you hit that like button. Share out the live for your girl. Don't forget the emojis to the right. Please tap, tap, tap the emojis to the right. Let YouTube know that your girl is out here doing what she do. Grab a membership. Become a part of the family. My girl London Sky says, ooh, I was looking for you. Girl, I was looking for you. When she was in somebody else's chat and agreed that she was friends with Antonia. Wow. I told y'all. She just can't hold it. And if she feels like she could go from chat to chat, dropping a little bit here and a little bit there, and nobody's going to ever pick up on the little gems that she's dropping. But I want to know why. I'm curious to know why. Why, ma'am? Why? What is it that's being said that's triggering? What is it that's being said that's triggering? My sister says, what happened to the side emoji? They're not there? Because I'm seeing them on my end. It's just something that's triggering her. I ain't here. I ain't here to sit there and hear now. Thank you, Shell baby. Okay, they're there. Thank you. My sis said because the truth is finally getting exposed. That's why the Goat King is bothered. I could believe that. We're touching places she thought we would never touch. And it's triggering. I don't want to drag you, Goat King. Really, I'm not. But I'm observing your behavior. We're observing your behavior. Because you see, when multiple people notice the same behavior independently, my girl Platt says, I'm going to ask one simple question. Can y'all please hit that like button? That's it, that's all. See, when multiple people notice the same behavior independently. Lord, my girl said, thank you, sis. My sis say, I ain't got my glasses on. Lord, look at Goat King. Goat King, we need to have a conversation. So the question becomes, why this moment, Goat King? Why this space, Goat King? Why? Goat King done made another appearance, y'all. See, timing don't whisper. Goat King, my people even speaking to you. Timing don't whisper. They really don't. Timing talks. And if you all believe timing is never random, If you all believe that timing is never random, I need y'all to throw some eyes and a goat up in this chat. Help her out. Throw some eyes and a goat up in this chat because, hey, why? Why? My sis Platt said, I see it. Cool girl sister says, tell Goat King to come forward and stand up for what's right. Goat King is here. Goat King has made an appearance on this beautiful Friday. Theresa, girl. TB said Goat King set a reminder. Lord Jesus. Thank you all for the eyes up in this chat. And the goats, I see them. Goat King, Goat Cheese, Goat, you are being recognized in here tonight. See, and once we ask why, the next logical question is, why are you watching the chat, Goat King, in the first place? I honestly believe people come and watch these chats to monitor narratives, see what's being said, see how close you are to the truth. They want to gauge the perception of the conversation. They want to feel the control. There are some that watches out of curiosity. And then there are some people like Goat King watching out of fear. And then and here she goes again. Watching because they want to disrupt the room without ever saying a word. And I believe that's the situation. And Goat King being up in here, that's not accidental, y'all. That's not accidental. That is very damn intentional. Very intentional. Henry Boone says, Goat King, just make your good with God before you die. If not, you know where your spirit and soul goes. It's already there. It's already there when she ran through those frozen streets, butt booty naked. That's where it was. That's where, the spirit led and the mind followed. And that was the work of the devil. And all I want in a Goat King, while you're here, I have one question, baby. One question. Since you're giving me these 3-letter sentences, what made you start watching me? What made you start watching me? What is it that's being said up in here, Goat King? What is it that MOCA is saying that's triggering you the way that you're being triggered? Because one thing you got to know, baby, you ain't controlling nothing here. I don't see you as a distraction. I don't see you as a distraction. I see you as lost. I see you as being sick. I see you being afraid. I see you being fearful. I see you being very fearful of something MOCA done already touched on, and you're just waiting for the rest to come out. You don't know when the rest is coming. Mhm. I've seen you make posts on Facebook and your words were, why are they putting their lives on private? Why are these content creators putting their lives on members only? Your exact words were, they know that I'm the GOAT troll. So now, what is it? What is it? What are you trolling? Because whatever it is that you're controlling, you have to know, ma'am, that you cannot control it. Daniela said, my bad, that didn't come out right. Is Theresa up in here? And it's her. Lordy Marty says eavesdroppers never hear good of themselves. Look at hip hop. Happy New Year's, y'all. Happy New Year. Platt says, go King, go cook some goat. My girl Daniela says, I don't trust her. And I don't trust her energy or her vibes. She scares the hell out of me. Girl, listen, Daniela. Leisure Lady, thank you, my love. Leisure Lady says, tell me, Mocha, can you help her? Of course I can. Of course I can. Daniela, we're not afraid of her energy. Not over here. Her vibes neither. You know, when you prayed up, her demons are her demons. She got to live with them. She got to play with them. She got to battle them, and she got to let them beat her up and throw her all across those Chicago streets. Them demons don't bother me at all. At all. When you know, you know. Happy New Year's, Miss Antoinette. See, triggers don't come from nowhere. These triggers come from pressure. They come from exposure. They come from narrative shifting. Something changed. In my opinion, something Mocha said rocked her core. It felt close. Something made the space over here matter. Whatever it may have been, it mattered. Which is why Goat King is here. And noticing that, it don't make me messy. It don't make you messy. It don't make none of us messy. It makes us very aware. If you believe something that's been said or discussed here, if you believe it triggered Goat King, if you believe it triggered Theresa to the point to where she can't stay away, like you all said, she has a notification set. If you believe we said something, we done something, we move it in a way that she didn't expect, and it triggered the hell out of her, drop some bullseyes in the chat. Because we were on you, Goat King. Because this ain't no coincidence. It's not a coincidence. It's calculated. I don't know what's wrong with the memberships, guys. I don't know what's going on with the memberships. I'm going to have to look into it. Making a mental note right now. See, distraction pulls. I see the bullseyes. Thank you all. Thank you all. Distraction pulls focus from the topic. Deflection shift energy away from the truth. So when people like Goat King enter chats and the entire room shift, that's not accidental. That's a tactic. Because if you all recognize, she's been coming in here saying things that has absolutely nothing to do with the conversation at hand. She's throwing other people's name into the chat in regards of comparing what happened with Kanika to what happened to these other people. And that's not accidental. But we here and we'll never let Goat King hijack our chat with our distractions. We don't do chaos. We don't do chaos. Here we say what we say and we do what we do. And once we recognize the tactic, Goat King, we called you out on it. And all we want to know is why. Because we'll never respond without losing control of where we're trying to get with this. We don't attack here. We don't harass and we don't spiral, but we do observe. We set boundaries. We protect the space. Because over here, purpose is always before popularity. And one thing I want to ask you, Kristen, my love, thank you for gifting memberships, baby. While you're here, let me ask you this question. And I know you're still here. Since you don't want to verbally speak it, maybe if we ask the question, maybe you could answer it. 8 years ago, when this happened, when all this took place, this good old storyline, 8 years ago, tell the people, tell the world, well, at least just tell us over here. Why, if it was such a horrific crime scene, if it was such a horrific crime scene, why 8 years ago was that crime scene never dusted for fingerprints? That's a question that has bothered me and so many others. Why has that crime scene never been dusted for fingerprints? Chat, do y'all agree? Do y'all agree that that crime scene should have been dusted for fingerprints, for shoe prints, for breathing air prints, any damn print? It should have been dusted. And being that there was never reports of such, it makes you question, was it really a crime scene? Was it really a crime scene? Because there's no crime scene that I've ever known where it's not dusted. No yellow tape. Exactly, Henry Boone. No yellow tape. And I'm curious, girl, since you're here, please let us know why there was no dusting at the crime scene. No fingerprints, no footprints, no forensics, no let me monitor the air. Nobody took fingerprints off the freezer door. I want to know. I want to know. My sisters say yeah. And it was a makeshift mark. And Goat King, I'm curious to know. Look. See? When I tell y'all Goat King is a distraction. Look at the comment. I'm curious to know. How did you accept that as being a makeshift morgue? Absolutely. Hip hop said they didn't treat it as a crime. Hip hop, I'm with you on that. And you know why they didn't treat it as a crime, hip hop? It wasn't treated as a crime, in MOCA's opinion, because it wasn't a crime. Our girl, Ms. Antoinette, said there was no crime scene report. Ms. Antoinette, isn't that something? Isn't that something? So what does that girl, Darnella? She probably said something that slipped. Just like it slipped that, oh, Kanika went over there. Kanika went to the, where they went, to the organ donation place. So maybe she had to slip and type something and had to take it back. This is some crazy shit. Lebec said they were all in on it. Absolutely. So since you were perfectly okay with no crime scene report, no fingerprints, no footprints, no nothing. No nothing. How do you sit with that? How do you sit with that? And I got one a little better for you, right? How strange. How strange was it for them to allow you to go into that kitchen in the name of viewing a body? How strange was it for them to allow you into that kitchen to view that body? Right? April Webster, thank you, my love. Thank you so very much, beautiful. But then they allowed you to see that body, right? And most people know that if it's a true crime scene, the investigators there normally protect their space. They normally protect their space. No crime scene that I know have they ever allowed anybody, mama, daddy, grandmother, Jesus. They never allowed nobody to contaminate the area. So how interesting was it? And how out of pocket and out of line was it to see y'all go in that kitchen, contaminating what was supposed to be a crime scene? But then y'all swear everybody's crazy. Y'all swear everybody is crazy. Tony says, girl, let me find your comment. I just had it. My girl Tony says, MOCA, why did goat cheese run out of that kitchen like that? That was very suspicious. Girl, it was all staged, in my opinion. It was all a script, in my opinion, Tony, because once again, to go back to what I previously said, there's no way they would have allowed her Lenore, Jesus, and nobody else, would they have allowed them in there to contaminate the space? But they did. So make it make sense. Make it make sense. So since you have yet to answer that question, Theresa, answer one more for me. See, I don't want to be the only one with the observations and the questions, because chat, I know that y'all have been there too on this journey. So whatever questions you have, observations you have, throw them out there and we're going to talk about it. Go King, I got one more for you. How is it? How is it that we sit here and, we are aware that they ruled Kanika's death an accident before the autopsy was even done? Ain't that strange? Is that how the book goes? Is that how things are ran in Chicago? The cause of death was ruled an accident before the autopsy even came out. That's not normal. And I don't know if it's just me that's strange and see things this way. Have y'all not seen it that way? Or the world was just supposed to accept that and not put 1, 2, 3, and 4 together and realize that everybody was in on this play. Here come another trope. Everybody was in on this play. My girl Queen Israel says, I hope her daughter haunt her every night and in the mirror. All she sees is her daughter reaching for her. Girl. Queen Israel, baby, don't be surprised. Listen. Don't be surprised, right? If at some point, 10 years from now, if not sooner, that the same person that the world has declared to be deceased, don't be surprised if a few years down the road, that person shows back up. Don't be surprised. Because as we see, this was a play gone bad. This was the worst written storyline ever. Ever. Queen Israel said the mother walked right past the daughter like she wasn't even there. That's weird, very weird, girl. Girl. She walked right by her like she wasn't there because it was part of the script. It's part of the script. Trina, welcome to the NOLA Bells, baby. My girl Valerie said this whole mess is not real. Lights, camera, action. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to have this conversation. My sister said it's a Lifetime movie at its finest. This shit ain't even made for Tubi. See, what happened is they invested in this low budget movie. It was horribly written. And the people didn't play their parts very well. Yes, I called it. They didn't play their parts very well. Because you all have to ask yourself. You all have to ask yourself this question. If what they claim happened really happened, how is it possible? Follow me, chat. This is where we have to make it make sense. If what they say happened really happened the way they said it happened, how is it that less than 24 hours later, they got 555 crisis actors. 555 crises actors on the set, ready to play this role out. Make this make sense. If y'all feeling what I'm putting down, and if it's beginning to make just a little sense, are you seeing it the way I'm seeing it? Please let me know that you're confused as I am. Dale said, bingo. If this happened, y'all, the way they said it happened, why? Not why, the question ain't even why. Where did they get all those crises actors from in less than 24 hours? I'm confused. I'm confused. But whatever we do here, we're going to keep this conversation going. We're going to keep this discussion going, and we will not be distracted. This chat could be full of goats, chickens, ducks. It could be full of headstones of that hideous headstone they got a Kanika. This chat could be full of booty, butt naked people running down the street. We will not be distracted. The closer we get to the truth, I'm not worried about the distractions because it don't stop the truth. And it's okay. We're going to let them do what they do because the mods know what they got to do. As long as we're doing what we do and we're doing it and it's not disrespectful, we're good. My sister said it was already in motion, and that it was. That it was. Simone says, definitely, Mocha. A few months ago, I was called saying my middle brother was unalived, and they would not let me through the yellow tape. And that's a fact, Simone. That's a fact. So, there was no yellow tape in that kitchen. There was no yellow tape in the kitchen, Simone. And there were 50 people watching that's supposed to be frozen corpse on a stretcher. But if that body, let me show you how they're bad actors. They show the body in the freezer folded up like a pretzel with a little salt sprinkled on it. When that body came out of that freezer, it was no longer a pretzel. It was a shoestring potato. It was laid out on that stretcher just as straight as an ironing board. So my thing is, how do you do that? What they did? Cracked all the bones? What they do? What they do? Because y'all ain't gonna play in our face because we're intelligent over here. We're intelligent. The crises actors were horrible. Horrible. Queen Israel said, I believe cops were involved. That's why. Queen Israel girl, the cops, the family. Yeah, cops were involved. The family allegedly was involved. The video producer was involved. The hotel was involved. The news reporters were involved. Because I'm going to ask y'all this question. When it was first reported that it happened, the way they put it out there that it happened, how soon did this story die down if it was as big as they said it was? Happy New Year. And welcome each and every of you that just entered the chat. Welcome. Guys, please hit that like button for your girl. Antoinette wanted to know why was her feet so messed up. That's a question for the crises actors. Because so many different stories then came out here as to what happened, how it happened, why it happened. But this is what I don't understand. If allegedly that family was gangbangers, right? If that family was allegedly gangbangers, and they had this going on and that going on in the streets, and if what happened really happened the way they said it happened, wouldn't the affiliation Wouldn't the affiliation alone make them turn that hotel upside down? They think the world is crazy. They really think, the Queen Israel said, very strange when dirty cops are involved along with the evil mother. Go King, stop it. Why all of a sudden now you want us to get in touch with Patricia Fowler? You get in touch with Patricia Fowler, Go King, and I'm going to tell you why. You should get in touch with Patricia Fowler. Give me a second. I'm going to tell you. Why would you come here? See, and I'm going to acknowledge you, really. I really am. Why would you make that comment that we should get in touch with Patricia Fowler? Now, to make such a comment, says a lot. The chat is full. The bushes are full. I'm looking at, how full we are up in here. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. We're family over here. Not hitting the like button is disrespectful. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to let that sit right there. Not hitting that like button is disrespectful. For those of you that really knows MOCA, y'all got to know that MOCA really be with the shits. You don't have to sit in these bushes and hear me out. But you're here. The question I ask is why? The question I ask is why? But since you can't hit the like button, see, I'm not from Chicago. I don't pick up strays. But I do know how to take a moment and breathe when it's not looking the way it should be looking. My likes ain't even halfway to match in these bushes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to help you all out. It's Friday night. I ain't got nowhere to go. I got time. And clearly y'all got time too, because you're sitting here. We're family. We are family. And if you didn't know, you're about to find out.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Motivated from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. the truth in a chat full of cheer. Mocha in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the chat gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the best, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care and everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Down in the know where the soul don't break. Mocha built the lane where the real ones stay. Ain't no faking the funk, ain't no playing for clout. You bring that mess, we gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love. It's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we rise tall, we rise as one. Oh no, no bellows, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care and everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. One mic, one tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide. Where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. We rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care and everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the Know the Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Stand tall and join the family.
Boy, I know how to clean out a room. You hear me? We lost the scragglers. We lost the scragglers, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Because how you just come sit up in my house and don't hit the like button? You don't contribute. That's like going cook a steak dinner and you're inviting people over to a barbecue or something and they don't even come with paper plates. Because if I'm going to respect you, I want you to respect me. Thank you, Sister Ra. But the Goat King, no ma'am. We're not going to sit here and pretend that we don't see the inconsistencies in what you all want the world to believe. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. There were several people involved in all what took place. Several people. Everybody pointing fingers at everybody. But what's really messed up in all of this is everybody had a part to play. And everybody benefited. Some people got paid, allegedly, more than others. They did, but it was part of the script. It was part of the script. Henry, you called it. And it is everything you said it was. And it's a shame. It's a real shame that they take these storylines from things that they've witnessed before, things that they've seen before. They took those storylines from other situations that was out there, and they created this fiasco. Last night, like I said, though, before I go to last night, let me go back to what Goat King said up in here. Goat King said to contact Patricia Fowler. No, ma'am. You contact Patricia Fowler. And the reason you should contact Patricia Fowler, Goat King, you need to stand in your nakedness, just like you stood in that freezing weather, and tell Patricia what happened to her daughter. So instead of redirecting me to Patricia, you go to Patricia, because to my understanding, allegedly, you've been having those two children that you named Kanika and Kenny for many years. They've been away from Patricia Fowler, allegedly, for decades. Nobody knew they were missing. But you did. Did you ever apologize to Patricia Fowler for allowing her to go to jail? Thank you so very much, Dorothy Ann. My love says Mocha the Goat King needs some of that good old corn whiskey. She will start spilling that tea. Love you more, Dorothy Ann. Love you more, boo. That lady went to jail. Served a little time. Because she didn't want the world to know, or the authorities to know, where those twins were. And that's where I hold King Edward Jenkins responsible. King Edward Jenkins. Y'all notice that name never surfaces. That name never surfaces because he's a man of the streets. He's into a lot of illegal things. That name never surfaced. The only time that name ever surfaced was when his name was mentioned in collecting part of that NDA money. Isn't that something? That's the only time that name was mentioned. You heard of that name no more. So where is King Edward? Why was he quiet before the money? And why did he go mute after the money? There's too many holes in y'all story. Too many people that y'all want to remain hidden that played a major role in all of this. Even the man that drove the truck with all the organs. Allegedly, Theresa, when will you tell the world that that was your boo? That was your boyfriend. When will you tell them that? So you were very aware of the harvesting game, allegedly. You knew what was going on. You had first-hand inside information on what that looked like. So who do y'all really think y'all fooling? Antoinette says, did the young lady have a funeral? And was it her body in the casket? Miss Antoinette, there was a funeral. It was a shit show. Allegedly, Theresa told Monifa she did not want her to attend that funeral at all. Don't show up, Monifa. She didn't want Monifa to show up because for some reason she's protecting Monifa. Monifa knows that as much as Theresa knows. Don't show up here. She knew the rage from Monifa. And Monifa was going to tell it. Monifa was one of the ones that came out here, and Monifa said, the world is going to be surprised when the truth really comes out. And when I tell you that funeral was a shit show, because the pastor came out of a Cracker Jack box. He was one of those, Miss Antoinette, that was not sent. He wasn't chosen by God, Miss Antoinette. He wasn't chosen. He one of those that just appeared. He sat there and he said over that body, Miss Theresa, God is very pleased because you sacrificed your child. And Miss Theresa, just sit there and wait, because God is going to reward you for the sacrifice that you made. Man, shut up. Shut the hell up. Because who says that? Who does that? So did he really know what was coming? Because that presents another question. Why was it that he was able to say, Cracker Jack preacher, why was he able to say that God told Theresa to sacrifice Kanika? And then God would reward her for her sacrifices. Ain't no God in the world. But it gets better. Why is it that every church prior to this one, and it was maybe 4 or 5, churches prior to this one, they supposedly went to have that makeshift funeral, and 5 other churches declined it and said no. All these other churches declined the funeral. Chat, why would these other churches decline this funeral and Mr. Cracker Jack said yes? Somebody need to tell me something, because there ain't too many churches I know, not decent churches, is going to turn away a body, is going to turn away something like that unless they know something ain't right. Absolutely, Portia, he was involved. He had too much to say. Did Theresa look like a grieving mother at that makeshift funeral, y'all? No. The non-cancerous, blonde hair, Amazon dress wearing Theresa was in that Cracker Jack church like she was ready to hit the club. Money comes and money goes. And just like everybody else got paid, even those that was on that line in the name of advocate, even those that was in the name of advocate, I hope you all don't ever sit there and believe they didn't get a little piece of the pie too. Right? Because it takes me back. Takes me back. When Mother Theresa came out here and thought she was exposing Jedediah. His rebuttal was, and if you all heard it the way MOCA heard it, I want y'all to drop some ears in the chat, because when she thought she was exposing him, he came back and his rebuttal was, I protected that bitch. She's doing all of this to me and I protected her. If y'all heard that, give me some ears. Because my next question became, after I heard that, my next question was, what was it that he protected her from? What was it that he protected her from? Then I came to realize allegedly what he protected her from was, he knew the play too. He went along with the shenanigans. Everybody got paid. Everybody got paid. And even the man that they so claim Even the man that they so claim, Kanika was supposed to be going into a witness protection because she witnessed his daughter being unalived. He got paid too. Because why in God's name? Peaches, thank you so much, my love. Thank you so very much. Why in the name of God would they accept this man coming out here and telling them to stop protesting? Hold off the protests because the hotel ain't making no more money. So stop protesting. We ain't worried about, a crime that's taking place here, right? We ain't worried about a crime that just took place. But please stop protesting because this hotel can't make no money. Y'all see how this don't make sense? Y'all see how this don't make sense? It's a crime. A whole crime scene. But what was important to them was the hotel not making money. Trina, thank you, my love. That's what was important to them. My girl TB said I wasn't supposed to find out about it. TB, sister. Y'all notice something? I had 2 trolls in here trying to be very active. Look at Kristen. Thank you, boo. And hip hop got it. Congratulations, my love. Listen, I had 2 trolls in here, TB. Y'all saw them. But TB, the minute, once again, I threw King Edward name on the table, they disappeared. They disappeared. Now I want to know why is King Edward a subject? Why is King Edward somebody that y'all don't want to talk about? You tell me he's out there, allegedly, into the most. He done did time. He done hell of a crimes. And y'all know all about it because y'all took part, allegedly. But then MOCA says that name. And that's when they started coming to my chat when I revealed who he was. If we're going to tell the truth about it. And when she typed in my chat, I need to contact Patricia Fowler. Maybe I should have told her, no, ma'am. Let King Edward contact Patricia Fowler because he was the man that laid with Patricia Fowler and made those 2 children. King Edward was the one that took those twins and brought them to Patricia, to Theresa, if we go tell it. She knows that. She knows that. They weren't, they put out infant pictures. Thank you, Kristen. They put out infant pictures. Absolutely, Dale, keeping it in the family. They put out infant pictures of those twins and what they looked like at birth. That mother did not release pictures of them when they were like 5 years old, 6 years old, when they ended up in Chicago. See, they don't want us to talk about that. Happy New Year's, Happy New Year's. Welcome to the chat. They don't want us to bring those things to the front of the class. Henry Boone asked the GOAT King, why did Monifa and Shemaiah say the world was going to be shocked when the real truth come out? Henry Boone, that's a question they don't want to answer. They want to avoid this question at all costs. Because Henry Boone, that was what they said. The world is going to be shocked when the real truth comes out. And what is the real truth? The real truth is that whatever her name may be, because she was something else. And I'm not going to sugarcoat shit because that's not who I am and that's not what I do. Kanika was labeled as the setup queen in Chicago. They said she done some foul shit in Chicago. She was setting them up left and right. She was in the game. Her training came from Theresa. Her training came from King Edward. They were in this together. She didn't have a chance. No, she didn't. She didn't choose that life. That life chose her. One would have thought that Theresa would have slowed her roll down being in the game when her son lost his life to the game. And we're going to go back to talking about how this is all a story. That same brother, J Money, that everybody speaks of, speaking on what happened to him, right? The one they said was so passionate about finding out what happened to Kanika. Him. See, when a troll speaks, you can't take everything a troll says at face value. But then the more you look at this story, and the more you start putting two and two and two together, and realizing it's a storyline. That troll said this the other night. How many of you all did it make y'all scratch your head and wonder, could this be part of the storyline? Listen to this and listen to it well. The troll said, MOCA, make it make sense. J Money ain't dead. MOCA, the story came out that J Money was taken to 2 different hospitals. How can one ambulance take one man to 2 different hospitals? So if it made you scratch your head and just give a little thought to what that troll said, let me shut up. I want you all to tell me your thoughts on that, because I couldn't be the only one scratching my head on that one. How many of you all believe? Hey, Theresa, happy Friday, boo. Tell nephew happy belated birthday. Did that make any of you all look at this thing in a different light when it was brought to our attention that J Money supposedly went to 2 different hospitals? Because everything else in this damn story is looking shady. So why couldn't that be shady? I'm curious. Platt said, simmer down, simmer down to a T. Yeah, yeah. Darth Ann said it makes sense to me. Darth Ann, it made a little sense to me as well. Philly, mommy, hey, boo. She said, ask her if Kanika was pregnant by her brother J Money. What? God damn. See, those are the things. It's me. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it. You're like the 3rd person that told me that. But I'm writing it down right now. I'm going to look into it. But happy Friday. So this gets more and more interesting, y'all. So look, let me ask this question. We got Kanika, like y'all said, pregnant by J Money, right? Allegedly. Allegedly. Okay, sis, thank you. Allegedly, she's pregnant by J Money. Right? So, baby, the plot thickens. My girl Portia says, shut the front door. Hope that's not true. Listen, if she's allegedly or was allegedly pregnant by J Money, how are we to believe? Yes, ma'am, Miss Antoinette. How are we to believe that she was afraid of Theresa's man? and had to walk through the house with the weapon in her hand. Who put that story out there? How did that become a narrative? Because if you getting it in like that, and you from the streets, and you're running with gangbangers, and you got all this going on, and you had a boyfriend, allegedly. How is all of this possible? See, we gotta make some of this stuff make sense, ladies and gentlemen. We really do. We gotta make it make sense. None of this behavior, Christian sister, none of this behavior is normal. A badly scripted movie. And the narratives and the stories, they get worse and worse and worse. Child, let me see here, let me see here, let me see here. Theresa, baby, you got a lot of answering to do. Darth Ann says, do you think this is one of those? Focus on this and not on that. You know how they try to play the people that don't understand, that don't overstand. Girl, I believe, Darth Ann. I genuinely believe. I do believe, boo. They want you to miss the message. Hip hop, some old ass Christmas lights that your grandmother told your grandfather to go put in the attic, and they forgot them there one year. Lordy Jesus. Let me hear this out. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Child, allegedly. Thank you, boo. I got this good old hot email straight off the press, baby. But look. Listen, y'all, listen. This is going to be a whole nother live stream. I promise you it will. Because if I got to get in this tonight, we're going to be here for 3 hours. And I ain't got 3 hours to give y'all. Right? The only line. Hey, Lord Jesus. Chat, I just need y'all to do one thing for me. One thing. I need y'all to drop some teacups in this bitch. Because Mocha getting ready to pour you a little cup. Just a little bit. Look, Philly mama child. Girl, thank you so much, boo. Mocha is getting ready to pour y'all just a little bit. Throw some teacups in this bitch. See, I'm going to give you just a little bit of tea tonight. And then we coming with the rest. I see y'all. I see y'all. I see them teacups. Oh, Jesus. Lord. Portia gave it a pot and the cup, baby. Ooh, shoosh. Baby. Whoo. Girl, you done got me excited on a whole different level. Goat King. Oh, yeah, boo. I'm opening a panel for you on purpose. Listen at this, y'all. And I'm going to want y'all to listen to this. Hey, Lord. And I'm going to let y'all have the chat. Mocha go sit here and just shut the hell up. This is on y'all. Y'all do what y'all want to do with the little bit that I'm about to give you. Listen. Uncle J Money supposedly unalive Kanika. Not nobody else. Listen. Monifa passed Kanika off to the uncle. Monifa allegedly knew that the uncle had been molesting Kanika because Kanika told her so. So the uncle shut your mouth and closed the front door. So the uncle showed up to the hotel and acted as if he came to get Kanika because she had then told him that she was supposed to be somewhere else. Because he told her that she told him. Now she told the uncle she was going to the party. No, she was going to a party somewhere with a friend to celebrate her graduation. And Kanika was celebrating becoming a CNA. That's what she told the uncle. But then the uncle got upset because he found out she was at the hotel with a bunch of guys. This man had been molesting and controlling and abusing, buying her everything she wanted and needed. What he was doing, oh God. Child. Ooh, loud. Listen, y'all could take that little bit of information, right? I want y'all to sit on that. Hey. Woo, child. Woo, child. That's all y'all getting tonight. Woo. Now, oh no, J Money allegedly is Theresa's brother. Well, is that why, man, look, is this why Theresa is losing it? Is this why? Because she knew. Come the hell on. Love selfishly. This is some nasty work. So, all right, y'all know over here we dot I's and we cross T's all day long. So, allegedly he did this. Allegedly he did this, right? And because he allegedly did this, is that allegedly why they supposedly unalived him, or he got unalived? And then Goat King came in here a couple of days ago and said, he ain't dead. Because how could one ambulance take one man to two different hospitals? Philly Mama said, now, think of why the baby llama lied. You see what I'm saying? Carla Henry said maybe that's why she had a knife in the video. Carla Henry. Huh. Sup, man. Baby. Whoo, child. T. And that's Theresa's brother. You sign the NDA. So my question is this. Nothing but scammers. Absolutely. Carla Henry. It's a possibility he's not unalive, baby. Kristen, they can't have a 9 to 5, boo. Their work is scamming. Their work is stealing. Their work is robbing. Their work is doing all kind of criminal activities. Carla Henry, I thought they said that knife was for Theresa's man too, boo. That was a lie. The lies. See, they don't want this channel here. They don't want this channel here to get all this good gossip. Because we gonna break it down like a hole in the corner with a heel broke off our shoe. We sure will. Now, little Kanika, as they called her. Little innocent Kanika. Come on, girl. Oh, Philly mommy, too late. You absolutely right. Because we going in the trenches with this one. You understand, Kristen? Kristen knows me. When I stand on something, and look how it's coming to the light. Kristen said, Mocha, I know you've been saying he's still alive from the start. I said it. Lord. Woo! You don't play with people that has a discernment. All you have to do is sit and wait on it, and then some people come and boom. There it is. Henry Boone, oh, loud. Henry Boone. Henry Boone says J Money is still alive. Because he's Theresa's biological brother, and she did not shed one tear. No signs of remorse whatsoever. Look here, God damn it, look here. Make it make sense, y'all. So y'all know what that little bit of tea I just poured. Y'all know we coming back with a lightning round. We gotta. Because this is insane. The plot thickens. The plot thickens. But we weren't supposed to talk about all of that. J Money. Screwing Kanika. Getting her pregnant. King James. You knew about it, nigga. You went sat there signing that NDA too. You knew. Lenore, you got a little change too, bitch. You knew. And Crazy Kenny knew too. But allegedly, Theresa, the devil worshiper, did something to Kenny. Made it more crazier than what he already was. And now he's committed. Huh? My girl said Lenore had a change of clothes in her trunk and did. And did. So I want to know. See, y'all remember, it goes back to what I said. Thank you, Holy Ghost, because look, now I'm hearing loud and clear right now. Right now, loud and clear. It's coming to me and I'm hearing, I protected that bitch. Everybody played a role. Everybody hands are dirty in this, even Kanika's. The world may be screaming. And God, if I'm wrong, please show me one day that I'm wrong. Everybody's screaming she's no longer here. But MOCA's screaming she's alive and well somewhere, watching this unfold. And unfortunately, Theresa knows that she's watching it too. How much she got out of this, I don't know. But she got something. The telltale sign, if we never wanted to believe that this was a badly written Hollywood script, the first telltale sign is that big ugly ass. That big ugly ass monument that they have of her in that cemetery. That's the first telltale sign. You only see that in Hollywood movies. 8 years later, and it came 8 years later, when nobody stayed quiet. Portia said she's alive and well, in my opinion, as well. I believe she is. She's not the only one alive and well. Is she somewhere with J Money? That's another good question. She's somewhere with Zach TV. Baby, we gotta figure it out. The only role, in my opinion, the only role, and I don't give a shit what nobody says, the only role that the hotel played, was giving them space to film this horrible ass movie. That's why they're not being held responsible. That hush money that she was paid, who knows? Did it come from the hotel or did it come from whoever scripted the movie? Because years from now, rather we want to believe it or not, years from now, this will be a movie. It's going to be a movie. When they think the world has forgotten about it, it's going to be a movie. Just haven't come out yet. But all the signs are there. All the signs are there. Sassy says, well, technically, no one could get in trouble for faking a death as long as no insurance money is collected. So that money really came from making the movie. Hold up, girl. Sit tight. I don't believe, again, like I said, I don't believe that hotel paid her off. And that's me. YouTube chatter and all these conspiracy theories. One of the things I did here, allegedly, right here on YouTube, was this. I heard she was supposed to be going in a witness protection program. And that could have been a far-fetched lie. Because now that I think about it, that shit don't make sense. And the mama supposedly staged everything that happened to her to collect insurance money. They told me she collected the insurance money on her. They're talking about a policy her dad left. That wasn't her dad. I don't know who left the policy. And that money nobody's touched because they said she never signed for it. Kanika never signed for that money. And Theresa couldn't sign for it. So that money was non-existent. So child, this is a mess. When I tell you this is a whole mess, child, y'all, thank you, it's me, but I'm going to look into it tonight. Sassy, I believe their story was mocked from a movie. I do believe. There are so many different stories out here that you could, I'm going to put it, I'm going to tie it all back together. I'm going to put it all, piece it all together, and I'm going to put it on my community wall. I'm going to send y'all different places. We going on a scavenger hunt. Certain things happen in certain places. Certain things happen in certain places, right? Certain places of the world. And it was played out the exact same way in this crooked shit with Kanika. Absolutely, Caller Henry. That's why this story can go on for a long time. It's the holes in it. It's the holes in it. They don't want the truth to come out. Lord. Ooh, my girl said code ICS 200 is a training call FEMA used on 911. Theresa was on according to the posted transcript. So does that mean the call was for play? Play. A training call. A training call. Child, this is too much. Child, Tony says on Blockbusters. I can't. I just can't, y'all. I just can't. I just can't. Where this is, my girl Tarsha said, you know what? I could never understand why Theresa was viewing that body in that kitchen and not at the morgue. Girl, that's what we talked about earlier. Because there was nothing legal about that. That was the first sign of all of this being scripted. But guys, let me say this. We're going to be back out here tomorrow. And we're going to finish pouring this tea. See, words can't lie, and intentions can hide. Behavior is always honest. And noticing the patterns of the goat king. It makes you consciously aware of why she keep dipping up in here. And you see, here we are in 2026. 2026, thank you, Lord, we made it. We're going to trust what we observe. We're not going to buy what they sell us. We're just going to trust what we observe. It's been real in here tonight. Carla Henry said, we got to keep going, Mocha. Levesque said, Mocha, what people will do for money is unbelievable. That part, love selfishly. She said, my girl said, all this shit going on in the world. And these motherfuckers want to play redrum, mystery. When greed and money are valued over love and loyalty, we hear stories like this. And sassy. That's the situation. It was all about $1. But she didn't care because that child was not hers. All we know is we're going to keep it in our hearts and wear it on our chest that in 2026, we're going to continue talking about what we observe. We're going to trust what we observe. If this conversation made you think tonight, if this conversation opened up doors, windows, hey, if it made you think more than you had already been thinking, those of you that are in the bushes, subscribe to the channel. If this space resonates with you, don't subscribe if you're coming for chaos. I encourage you to support how you can, because purpose over popularity lives here. Absolutely, Carlos Henry. Absolutely. 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 Ooh, child. Tony said that was crazy. And the kitchen looking like a morgue. And it was. Dorothy, and I love you more, boo. Yes, you did send a super chat, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you, mama. Ooh, it's me. It's me. Thank you, boo. Thank you so very much for the cash out, my love. Baby. Ooh, Carla Henry, he might have another lawyer. I gotta look. But guys, y'all know Mocha coming back out here. As a matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do for y'all. First, I gotta go and check to see why my memberships ain't membering. So it's a YouTube glitch, gotta be. Right? I'm coming out tomorrow 2 times. I'm gonna do a midday stream because I got time. And I'm coming back again tomorrow night. But doing that midday stream, this is what I want to talk about. Because over here is always purpose over popularity. As we end this discussion here tonight, I want y'all to know that we paid attention and paid attention real well. But when Mocha comes out here tomorrow doing her midday live stream, I want y'all to go do y'all homework. if you haven't already. As y'all know, we talk about things that aren't right, especially when it involves the most. So we want to talk about Will Smith tomorrow. Did y'all hear about Will Smith? What is wrong with these people? About 1 o'clock my time, Dorothy Ann. What is wrong with these people? So now Will Smith is allegedly soliciting. Come on now. Come on now. He got and caught a whole sexual assault allegation against him. He can't be for real. The industry is doing too much. Too much. Everybody getting exposed in 2026. And we're going to talk about it. Love you more, Henry Boone. Keep giving us the tea with lemon and sugar. You got it. So tonight, y'all, protect your peace. Trust your discernment. And remember, over here is always purpose over popularity. I want to thank each and every one of you that stayed in tune to the live stream. Shout out to the replay gang. I see y'all before I see y'all. I thank each and every one of you that poured love into the chat through cash apps, through super chats, super stickers, memberships. I appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. And one thing MOCA's going to always do, she's going to stand on. We're family here. I love you all. And remember, protect your peace. Protect your peace. Trust your discernment. We're going to get out of here. And I will see you all next time.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No look bells, the work ain't done. No. Motor leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. Team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. MOCA in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall. Family. mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's a chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care are everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you, we stand with the truth. This is the Know the Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Stand tall with join the family.
Good night, everyone. God bless.